Alright, let's start on the first question. The question is, find the set of values for which of the following expression is defined. So we have 3x over x plus 2. So in a question like this, we want to make sure that the denominator does not equal to 0. So x plus 2 does not equal to 0 means x subtract 2 from both sides does not equal to negative 2. Any other value for x should be valid except for x equals negative 2. So that's why x is a real number and x does not equal negative 2 is the final answer. On the second question, find the set of values for which the following expression is defined. Again, we look at the denominator. We want to make sure denominator does not equal to 0. So here we have x squared plus 2x minus 63. Let's factor. Of course, x squared means x times x. 63 means 9 times 7. Since we want a plus 2, we're going to have a plus 9 and a minus 7. This way, when you do the outer, negative 7x, and the inner, 9x, the sum is 2x. And so that's why we satisfy the middle term. So if this is equal to 0, then x would be either x plus 9 equal to 0, which means x equals negative 9, or if x minus 7 equal to 0, then x would be 7. So we want this not to equal, otherwise the denominator would be 0 and the whole expression would be undefined. So the solution would be x cannot equal to negative 9 or x cannot equal to 7. So negative 9 and 7, and it's a real number. Let's try the third question. Perform the indicated operation, simplify the result if possible. We have the same denominator, so we can combine the numerator. Let's go ahead and combine the denominator. Put one fraction here. So let's put them both under one fraction. And we have 7 minus t minus t minus 2. And the denominator is t squared plus 1. So the first thing we want to do is distribute the minus sign. So you get 7 minus t plus 2. Denominator is t squared plus 1. And therefore, the minus t, we have negative 2t. And 7 plus 2 is 9. T squared plus 1. And let's see. So the final answer is 9 minus 2t over t squared plus 1, which is the same as negative 2t plus 9. So this is exactly the same as 9 minus 2t over t squared plus 1. Alright, let's go to the next question. Find the least common denominator on the rational expressions. So here we have x plus 7. I want to find the least common denominator. So let's take the first denominator, x squared plus 5x plus 4, which is x plus 4, x plus 1. Notice the product is 4 and the sum is 5. On the second one, we have x squared minus x minus 2. This is x minus 2, x plus 1. Notice that the outer is x and the inner is negative 2x. The sum is negative x, which is the middle term. Okay, so we're done factoring. Now we're going to compare. Since we have x plus 1 common among the two, then we're going to take x plus 1 only one time. But since x plus 4 is not common, we got to take x plus 4. And since x minus 2 is not common, we're going to take x minus 2. So this would be my lowest common denominator. So to find the lowest common denominator, first you look for common factors and you take one of them. So in this case, x plus 1, we don't have to take both of them, we take one of them. But those that are not common, we have to list them all. X plus 4, x minus 2. So x plus 1, x plus 4, x minus 2 is the lowest common denominator. Let's check the next question. On the next question, we have 3 over t minus 1 plus 2 over t. Perform the indicated operation. So in this problem, 3 over t minus 1 plus 2 over t. We have to find the lowest common denominator. So since there is no common factor among these two, we can take both of them. So my new denominator would be t times t minus 1 plus, again, the same thing for the second fraction. Now, we change this t minus 1 to t times t minus 1. We multiplied by t. We got to multiply the numerator by t. We change this t to t times t minus 1. We got to multiply by t minus 1 up and down, so 2 times t minus 1. So if you multiply denominator by t minus 1, you must multiply the numerator by t minus 1. So here we have 3t plus 2t, that's 5t, and then 2 times negative 1, negative 2, and the denominator is t times t minus 1. Final answer, 5t minus 2 over t times t minus 1. This is the final answer. Number 6. On number 6, perform the indicated operation. So here we have 2. Notice that x squared plus 2x can factor to x times x plus 2. Because x times x will bring me x squared. X times 2 will bring me 2x. So I haven't changed anything. Plus 3 over x plus 1 over x plus 2. So the first thing we want to do, find the common denominator. Looking at x plus 2, we have x plus 2, we have x plus 2, so we take one of them. Looking at x, we have x, we have x, we take one of them. So this would be the lowest common denominator. Notice that it is a multiple of the first one, it's a multiple of the second one, and it's a multiple of the third denominator. So we went from x times x plus 2 to x times x plus 2. We haven't changed anything, so we don't change the numerator. We went from x to x times x plus 2. We multiplied by x plus 2. We have to multiply the numerator by x plus 2. We went from x plus 2 to x times x plus 2. So we have to multiply we multiply denominator by x, we have to multiply the numerator by x. So x times 1 is x. Therefore, the final answer would be adding 3x plus x is 4x, 3 times 2 6, 6 and 2 8. And this is over x times x plus 2. But notice here we can simplify or factorize. Let's factor out the 4. Remember that 4x is 4x, 4 times 2 is 8, so the x plus 2 will cancel, and the final answer is 4 over x. And there it is. Let's try the next problem. Simplify. On the next problem, we have y cubed minus 64 over y minus 4. Let me try to write the difference of cube. A cube minus b cube is a minus b, a squared plus ab plus b squared. This is how we factor a difference of two cubes. So in this case, 64 is 4 cubed, so that would be y minus 4. That would be y squared plus 4y plus 16 and denominator is y minus 4. So these will cancel, and we end up with y squared plus 4y plus 16. Remember, this is very important. This is called the difference of two cubes. The next one, multiply as indicated. We multiply straight across, but before multiply, let's factor. So x squared minus 9, difference of 2 squared is x minus 3, x plus 3, and denominator is x plus 3, times 6 over. Now 3 minus x can be written as minus into x minus 3. Remember that minus x will bring back the minus x. Minus times negative 3 will bring back the 3. So now we can simplify x plus 3, x plus 3, x minus 3, x minus 3, and 6 over negative 1 is negative 6. And that would be the final answer. Okay, let's try this one. We need to divide. We have 5 over x plus 4. When you divide, you multiply by the reciprocal, so let's go ahead and multiply. And 6x plus 4 can be factored, 6 into x plus 4, and then over 30. Remember that 6x is 6x, 6 times 4, 24. So division, you multiply by the reciprocal. Now we can simplify before we multiply. X plus 4, 5 times 6, 30, and 30, they cancel. So 1 is the final answer. 30 over 30 is 1. Number 10. Perform the indicate operation, simplify the results if possible. So we have a 5. Now since we have a denominator of x minus 4, let's multiply up and down by x minus 4. This way we will have the same denominator. Every time you want to subtract or add, you need to have the same denominator. So now let's subtract the numerator. So this would be 5x minus 20 minus 1 over x minus 4. Negative 20, negative 1 is negative 21. So the final answer is 5x minus 21 over x minus 4. This is the A. Alright, that's it. Good luck.